Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now this time it isn't going to be cruel punishment like it usually is. You have to wait for that a little bit. But this time I'm going to do a different type of challenge, and that's to see who my favorite members are in Nogizaka46. And that's thanks to this website. You can check out the link down below to see the website, and you could follow along with me, or you could do it for yourself and see who your favorite members are in Nogizaka46. So to start the battle off, we start off with Juna and Karin. And I personally have to go with Juna on this. Which leads us to the next one, which is Inoue Sayuri versus a third gen. Now I recognize the third gen's face, but I recognize Sayuri's face more, so I'm going to pick her. Now next up we have Misa versus my number 3 favorite third gen. And I think Misa just ranks higher than her, honestly. I haven't seen too much of the other girl, so I'm gonna have to go with Misa. Next up, we have Kawamura and Kawago, and I'm going to have to go with Kawamura. Next up, we have Saito Asuka, and we have a third gen. I recognize third gen's face, but I recognize Saito's more. And again, we have another third gen versus Yutan, and Yutan is a good choice for me. She's one of the better members for me, so I'm going to have to pick her over a third gen I don't know. And next up, this is a little bit more obvious for me. I'm going to obviously have to go for Rica. She's one of my top people, so I'm going to have to go with Rica. Next up, we have Mai-chun versus Shiraishi. Shiraishi, as you guys all know, is my Oshi, so I'm obviously going to have to pick her over Mai-chun. And of course, Takayama, great person, one of my favorite members again, so obviously has to go to her. Now next up, we move to Himetan versus a third gen. Now, Himetan is great, so I'm going to pick her. Next up, now this one's more difficult. This is Nanami versus Ami. And this one is harder for me because they're both great people. They're both funny. This is honestly a hard one for me. I think just like barely, I think Nanami has to win. But just barely. Next up is Hori Miona versus Minami. I'm going to have to go with Miona. I think I like her more than Minami. Next up, we have two people whose faces I rarely see. So I'm going to have to go with the first one since I recognize it a little more. Next up, we have two third gens. I'm going to pick the first one because honestly, I think I liked her a little better in the little ceremony thing, the little introduction to the people they did. Now, next up, we have Maya versus Media. Now, this one, if I think about it straight up, it's a little hard for me. But then once you think about like, okay, see the comedy level, see how much effort they put in, see like the looks and everything that just factors in, I think I'm going to have to pick Maya. Now next up, we have Ikuta Erika versus Okimoto Manatsu. Now, Manatsu is one of my favorite members too, but I think Ikuta might be my second or third favorite. So I'm going to have to go pick Ikuta. Next up, we have Juna versus Ikoma, and Ikoma all the way. Now next up we have Sayuri and how could I forget? Oh man, those pies to the face did not help. I'm sorry, I should know your name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I should know your name. I guess that says it, who I should pick, right? Alright, now next up we have a third gen and her. I think I'm going to have to go with the person I know. Next up we have Misa and another third gen. Misa all the way. Now we have two third gens. So I think I like the first one better. I think she's my number 3, like I said earlier. Now next we have Rotsi and we have the temporary captain for the third gens. Now this is where it starts getting a little difficult because this is where the third gens start coming in and starting replacing some of the first gen members. So let's see. I think just out of respect of Rodi, I'm going to have to pick her. Now next we have Kawago versus Ozono. I think I'm going to have to pick Ozono for this one. Next up we have Saito Asuka versus Ki-Chun. And honestly, for me, I'm going to have to pick Keychain. I know it's a little contradictory to what other people think, but I'm going to have to go with her. Now next up, we have Chiharu versus Yutan. And I think I'm going to have to go with Yutan, just because, I don't know, maybe because she's funnier, I don't know. And then again, we have a third gen versus Chiharu, so I'm going to have to pick Chiharu. And now we have Reika, and Reika, it's obviously going to be Reika, which leads me to the next one, which is two second gens that I barely know anything about. So going based on the small little stuff I know about them, I have to make a decision, and that decision will be... I'm having a difficult time thinking about this. I think I'm gonna go with her because she's stuck up for Okimoto. All right, next we have Shiraishi. Okay, just picking Shiraishi, not even gonna look at the other one. We have Maichun and another third gen. I'm gonna have to go with Maichun. And then next we have, okay, that's obviously gonna be Takayama. And then we have another one of these second gens that I barely know anything about. But I know I like the second one better. I know for sure I like her better. Which is next to Himetan versus Nakada. And I'm gonna have to go with Himetan. Ooh, now next we have a third gen versus Nakada. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Nakada Kana. So I think I'm still gonna have to go with her though. Which leads, ooh, now this is a little bit more tougher territory, but I think I'm gonna trust my instincts and go with Nisshin no Nanase. Ooh, here's another difficult one. There's Hori Miona and Higuchi. That's her name, right? Yeah, Higuchi. At least I hope it's her name. I think honestly I'm gonna have to go with Miona on this. Minami versus Higuchi. I think I'm gonna have to go with Higuchi for this. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of Minami, so. Ooh, next we have to go with Sayori, right? We have to go with her. Ooh. How are you gonna do me like that? I'm gonna have to pick Yamashita, obviously. Ooh, now next up we have Maya versus Wakatsuki. I think I like Wakatsuki more. Next up we have Iko Marina versus Ikuta Erika. Ikuta Erika all the way. Ooh, but now we have Iko Marina versus Akimoto Manatsu. I think I have to go with Akimoto on this one. Now next we have Misa versus Inoue Sayori. Now honestly, I think the choice has to go to Misa on this one. And we have a third gen, who's my number 3, but I still think Sayori is above her. But then we have her against this person. Now, I probably know less on the girl on the left, but I don't know that much on the girl on the right. But I'm going to have to go with her. I'm going to have to go with this girl whose name I should probably look up. But anyway, next is between these two, I'm going to have to go with the one on the left. Now, these two I'm not too familiar with, but I do recognize the girl on the right more. Well, now next up we have Ki-Chun versus Roti. I'm going to have to go with Ki-Chun on this one. And then next we have Asuka versus Roti. I think I'm going to go with Roti on this one. Now next we have Ozono versus Asuka. Now, Asuka got center, so I'll give her that. But Ozono's pretty good. She seems nice and friendly. This is turning out to be a little bit of a harder one. I think I'm going to have to... I mean, I could close my eyes and pick any right now. But I think I'm going to give it to Asuka. I think I'll have to give it to Asuka. Oh, but next we have my number 2 versus my number, I don't know, so I'm going to go with number 2. And next we have, I think I'm going to have to go with Kawago on this one. Ooh, now we have Reika versus Yutan. I'm going to have to go with Reika on this one. And then for this one, I have to go Yutan. And for this one, I have to go Chiharu. All right, there's a random third gen, which means that I should obviously go with the one I know, right? And again, another third gen versus someone I kind of know. Ooh, now next we have Shiraishi versus Takayama. Now, Shiraishi's my Oshi once again. Takayama's super good, but she's my Oshi, man. Come on. Now next we have Takayama versus Maichun. I personally would prefer Takayama. And next we have Maichun versus the girl who doesn't laugh. So I think I'm gonna go with Maichun on this one. Next we have a random third gen. These are two people I probably know equal about because I know nothing about both of them. All I know is her name is Renzo, and I don't even know the other girl's name. So just because I know her name, I'm gonna have to go with her. Ooh, now next we have Nisshin no Nanase versus Himetan. Now this one has to go to Nishino. Alright, next is Hashimoto. So I'm going to have to go with Hashimoto. Ooh, now this is where it starts getting a little difficult. Ami versus Himetan. I think I might have to go with Ami for this. Alright, next is Sayori versus Miona. Now this is a bit harder. If I were to watch a TV show and it was a decision between these two, I think I would pick Sayori just because of principle. Now next up we have 2 second gens. I'm going to have to go with Miona on this one. And next up we have another person. We have Higuchi. I think I might have to go for Higuchi on this one just because I like her like hidden Yankee style. And next up we have Minami. I think I have to go with Minami. Next up we have, oh, this one's a little difficult because I really like Wakatsuki, but I really like Yamashita. I think just because I know more about her, I'm going to have to go with Wakatsuki, but it's close. It's close. And we have Maya versus Yamashita. Now, Maya's great, but I think Yamashita, even though I don't know everything about her yet, I'm going to have to go with her. Now, next up we have Maya versus random third gen. I have to go with Maya. We have Media, so Media. Now we have, ooh, now this is where it starts getting a little difficult. We have Misa versus Erika. Now, I think I have to go with Erika on this one. And now we have Misa versus Manatsu. Ooh, now they're both very enjoyable to watch. respect both of them for what they do separately. Honestly, if I went to a handshake event before, I think I would know who to pick for. But just based on what I know and what my experience is, I think I have to go with Manatsu. And now we have Misa versus Ikoma. I think I have to go for Misa on this one. But then we have Sayori versus Ikoma. Oh man. I think I have to go for Ikoma. I think so. Okay, so this one's Sayori. And for this one, it's her. And for this one, now, I probably know equal things about these two people. So I think I have to go with more potential. And then we go on to this one, I'm going to have to go with Juna, who I know more, even though I don't really know anything about her. But next we have Karin, and I'll pick Karin over her. And next we have Rica versus Ki-Chun. Ki-Chun is up there for me. She's really up there, but so is Rica. So this one's a little bit more difficult for me. I think I'm going to have to go with Rica on this one. And next we have Yutan versus Ki-Chun. I think it's Ki-Chun. Next we have Yutan versus Kawamura. I think I have to go with Yutan on this one. And next we have Chiharu versus Roti. I think I have to go with Roti on this one. Then we have Asuka. I think I'll go for Asuka on this one. Then we have Ozono versus Chiharu. Now, I think just because I know more about Chiharu, I'm going to have to pick her. But trust me, once the third gen gets all figured out and they're under construction and everything, these choices are going to go vastly different. But anyway, we have two members here. I think I have to go for the one that has potential more, and that's third gen. Now, this one's a little bit difficult because Kawago, I think she could do much better, but the girl on the left doesn't get enough attention to do better. So I think I have to pick the one on the left. And we have another situation where the other girl doesn't get enough attention. So I'm going to have to go with the one on the left. And now we have a third gen, so I'm obviously going to pick Kawago. And I have two random third gens. The one on the right seems more recognizable, so I'm going to have to pick that one. And we have Shiraishi versus Nishino. This was my classic battle. This was like once when I started in the fandom, this was my classic battle of who was better, Nishino or Shiraishi. This was like, I couldn't decide. But now I finally come to the decision, and it's Shiraishi. Next we have Takayama versus Nishino. This one's a bit difficult for me, but I think I have to go for Nishino since I decided to buy her photo book instead of Takayama's. Nanami. Not Minami. We have Nanami versus Takayama. I think I have to go for Nanami on this one. All right, we're 56% through, so we have a bit to go still. The next we have Ami versus Takayama. Ami versus Maichun. I think I have to go for Ami. And then we have Himatan versus Maichun. I think it's Himatan. Then we have Nakada versus Maichun. Yeah, Maichun. Then we have Nakada versus the girl I always forget, but I feel like the girl I always forget is better than Nakada for some strange reason. And next we have these people, Renzo and Nakada. I think I have to go just on principle for Nakada. And then we have a random third gen and Renzo. I'll go for Renzo. And with two randoms, I recognize the one on the left more, so I'll pick her. Then we have Wakatsuki versus Sayuri. This one's difficult for me, but I think I'll trust my instinct and pick Wakatsuki. Yamashita's great, but Sayuri is great too. So I'm going to have to go for Sayuri just for seniority. Oh, then we have Miona versus Yamashita. Now this one's a bit difficult, but I think I have to go for Miona on this one. Now next we have Higuchi versus Yamashita. I think I have to go for Yamashita on this one. Next we have Maya versus Higuchi. It's Maya. Then we have Media versus Higuchi. I think I have to go for... I mean, Media was great on Nogi Bingo, but I think I have to go for Higuchi. Next, we have Media versus Minami. I'm going for Media. And versus these two, I have to go for Minami. And for these two, I have to go with the one I know. For these two, I have no idea. So, I don't recognize any of the faces. Just because she's angled a bit better, I'll pick her. But then this one's angled the same way. I'm going to close my eyes and then guess a random one. All right, I don't know who it was, but it was fair because either way, I didn't care. The next, we have Reika versus Ikuta. I think I'm going to have to go with Ikuta on this one. Now next we have Reika versus Okimoto Manatsu. These two people are great. They're both probably top 10 for me. I think I'm going to have to go for Reika on this one. Just because she's the captain. Not just because of that, but I think she's great. Then we have Ki-Chan versus Okimoto. I think I have to go for Okimoto on this one. And then we have Misa versus Ki-Chan. Now for this one, first instinct, like when I saw this, I couldn't decide. Second instinct said Misa, so I'm going to trust that and go with Misa. Next we have Ki-Chan versus Ikoma. Which one? Let's see. Funny, kinda loud. Kinda loud. I think I'm gonna have to go with, I think if I were to watch a TV show with either of these. No. I think if I had one of these come and I had to interview them, I'd want to interview Ki-Chun. I'll say that. And Yutan versus Ikoma, I have to pick Ikoma. And Yutan versus Sayori, I think I'd pick Sayori. Now I'm just thinking interview basis. I had to pick Yutan. Who would I pick out of these two? I think I pick Kawamura, yeah. I think I'd pick her, yeah. For this one, for an interview. No, don't think interview now. Now I have to think of like who I'd want to see on, no, because if I want to see him on TV, then I don't know why I'm having such a hard choice for this one. I mean, I've picked other ones ahead of her and the other ones ahead of her. So I'm going to have to go with my gut. My immediate gut said third gen. That's what my immediate gut says. So I'm going to go with that. Next up, I'll pick Asuka. Next up, I'll pick Chiharu. And now, interview-wise, I'd rather pick the third gen. And for this one, I'd rather pick the one I always forget. And for this one, these are two second gens that I don't know much about. But I do know Ito Juna and her name. So I'm going to have to pick her. You know what? It'd be pretty funny if I was saying her name wrong this whole time. Next we have Karin, and her, I'm going to have to go with Karin. And left, and right, and left, and right. All right. Now we have Wakatsuki and Shiraishi now. Wakatsuki is one of my top 5, but Shiraishi is my top 1. Come on. Next we have Wakatsuki versus Nishino. Now, my opinion's changed since I first started. Nishino is still top 5, but she's not number 2. But Wakatsuki is up there with top 5, and so is Nishino. So this is my top, like under my top 2, those are the ones that battle it out, and I can't decide. And these two are part of it. Honestly, I'm going to have to go with Wakatsuki on this one. Next we have Sayori versus Nishino. I'm going to have to go with Nishino. And we have Sayori versus Nanami. I think I have to go for Nanami on this one. Next we have Takayama versus Sayuri. Sayuri? What did I say? Sayuri. Takayama. Then we have Ami versus Sayori. I have to go with Sayori on this one. Then we have Miona versus Ami. This is where it starts getting a little complicated. I think my gut instinct, I looked at Ami. Have to go with Ami. Miona. I think on this one, I have to go with Yamashita. My eyes just keep on going towards her. So I'm going to have to pick her. Next, we have Maya versus Himatan. I think I have to go with Himatan for this one. I already said it, so I have to stick with it. This one, Maya. This one, Higuchi. This one, Maichun. This one, Media. Minami, and I should remember these names. Those pies in the face don't even remind me of the memory. Right, left, right. I don't know anything about both of these people. I guess I'll go on the one on the right. No. Okay, I said it already. Right. Two people I don't know, so I'm going to pick left. I don't think I picked her before, so I'm going to pick her. Left. Both of the people don't know, so I'm going to pick the one on the right. Shiraishi versus Ikuta, my number 1 and number 2. I'm going to have to go with my number 1. Next we have Wakatsuki versus Ikuta. I almost said Ikuta. So I'm going to pick Ikuta. Ooh, now we have these two people, the power couple. Wakatsuki versus Rica. I think I'm going to have to go with Wakatsuki on this one. Next we have Nishino versus Rica. I think I'm going to go with Nishino on this one. Minami versus Rica. It's Rica. And for this one, now, my opinion is probably all over the place so far. But based on this, I think I pick Okimoto. And for this one, oh man, they're both great. I mean, when you compare two of these people, it's hard. It's hard. But when you compare like everyone together, like one person versus everyone, it's easier in my opinion. For this one, I think I'm gonna go Nanami. For this one, Takayama versus Misa, I think I'm gonna go with Takayama. Sayori versus Misa. Now this is gonna seem strange, but I'm gonna go with Misa on this one. And with Ki-Chan versus Sayori, I'm gonna go for Sayori. Ami versus Ki-Chan. Ami versus Ikoma, Ami. Miona versus Ikoma, I think I'm gonna go with Ikoma. Miona versus Sayori, Miona. Now the few times I've seen Yutan, she's been great. And Yamashita has been seemingly great so far. We just have to wait for that show, I'm telling you. So for this, I'll just pick Yutan. And for this, I had to pick Rori. And for this, then I pick Yamashita. And for this, it's Himatan. For this is Maya. For this is Higuchi, Maichun. Then we have Media versus her. And just because of her work on Nogi Bingo, I'm going to pick Media. And for these two, I'm going to have to pick the one on the right, which is weird because I picked a taller member, not taller, a higher ranking member, in my opinion, over her, but now I'm picking the lower one. I don't know. When you compare the two, it's different. Next, with these two, I'm going to have to pick the one on the left. And between these two, honestly, I'm not the biggest Minami fan, so I'm going to have to go with the girl on the right. I'm not the biggest fan of these two either. So I think honestly I have to go with Minami on this one. For these two, I have to pick on the one on the right. Chiharu, Ozono. I'll pick girl on the right. I'll pick, even though I know Ito Juna's name, I feel like I've seen like the equal amount of these two, which is not a lot, honestly. And I think I have to go with her. And then Karin. And this is where it starts getting difficult because I've seen her a lot. I've actually seen her quite a bit, I think. So I'm going to have to go with her. And next we have Kawago. I think I'll go with Kawago. Left. Don't know anything about these two, so I'll pick the one on the right. Pick the one on the right. Pick the one on the left. Right. Left. Don't know. Now these two, I have no idea what's going on. Just based on face, I guess I have to pick. It's the one on the left. Again, based on face, the one on the left. Again, based on face, it's the one on the left. Based on face, the one on the right. And there we go. All right. Let's see if my Japanese reading skills can keep up with me. Number 1, Shiraishi Mai. Number 2, Ikuta Erika. Oh, number 3, Wakatsuki. Number 4 is Nisshin no Nanase. Who is this number 5? Who is this number 5? Do I have to Google this? I'm using Edge because Chrome wasn't working for me on this website, so I just switched to Edge. Number 5 is Rica. That's kind of surprising. Number 5 is Rica. Number 6 is Manatsu. Number 7 is Nanami. Number 8 is Takayama. This is probably Misa because she has like the most complicated kanji ever. Cool. Misa, yeah. So this one's Misa. And number 10 is, that's probably Sayuri. Yeah, that's Sayuri. Number 10 is Sayuri. And then I'll go up to number 12. That's probably Ki-Chun. Yeah, Hinako. Okay. That's Ki-Chan. And this is, who is this? Nojo Ami. Oh, Nojo Ami is actually number 12 for me. Oh, that's pretty good. I thought, wait, where was, Nanami was up here. Ami. So who's number 13? Number 13? Oh, number 13 for me is Ikomarina. And 14 is Inoue Sayuri. And last one, I think this is Miona. If I get the name right, I think it's Miona. That's Miona. All right, well, there we go. Those are my top 15 members. Let's see who my last one is. I'm just curious. It's probably like some random gen. Yeah, Christy. Yeah. Apparently, she's my lowest one. I'm trying to see who my lowest one who isn't third gen is. Oh, it's Ranze. It's not Ranzo, it's Ranze. So apparently she's my last one. Now I want to see who the last one is for the first gen. All right, so my last one for the first gens, what I thought it was, it's Nakada Kana. Now that seems to fall in line with what I thought before. So it seems like this actually helped me set in line who are my favorites. Shiraishi, Ikuta, Wakatsuki, Nishino, and Reika, apparently. So that's pretty cool to see exactly who my top 5 are. And then top 10 would be Okimoto, Nanami, Takayama, Misa, and Sayuri. That's pretty cool to find out. As you can see, they're all first gens. So I don't know what happens once Shiraishi, who's already 24 or 25, is probably going to graduate. And other members, I mean, Ikuta is still pretty young, so she's probably going to be there for a while. Thank you guys for watching, and if you liked the video, be sure to like it down below, and subscribe if you want to keep up to date with these videos, and you want to watch news videos, which I do usually Saturday morning, and you guys can keep up with that every week. And I also do challenge videos, and I do a whole bunch of videos. You guys should subscribe to know when I upload the new ones, and always keep up to date. So thank you all for watching, and be sure to share with your friends, and do all that lovely stuff. And also, remember, link is down below for the website if you want to try this for yourself.